Hello there, my name is Shroomy, and today we are all in for a treat. If you haven't watched my last video on New Horizons' biggest missing feature, you should probably go check that out before watching this one because it will give some context for all of what these video clips that we are watching are today. But if you're a rebel, I think you'll survive. Today I will be watching and reacting to all the drama that comes with the episodes that are in Animal Crossing Wild World. These episodes, which I would have explained in the video that you were supposed to watch before this one, but if you're a rebel and you didn't, I'm not going to give you any more context than that. Anyway, most of these clips I recorded 3 months ago, so they are a little bit foggy in my mind, so hopefully my reactions will be decently fresh. But not guaranteed because they're still kind of in the noggin a little bit. Can kind of remember the things, but they're not as fresh as, if I recorded these recently. Alright, first one up, we got some Able sister action. Oh no, she's looking pretty depressed here. What's on her mind? What's wrong here, Miss Abes? Well, I was just... Thing is, my sister's been such a space cadet lately. She always gets this way this time of year, this part of winter. Are there colds that hit people at the exact same time of year? Every year? Who knows? Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry. I really am. I was just spacing out a little bit there. Please forgive me. Well, that didn't give us any tea. Oh, okay. We got some more tea. I just wonder what's wrong. My sister's been acting so weird lately. She sits there staring out her window, sighing. You don't think it could be exhaustion, do you? Not exhaustion, you think? You're probably right. Okay, then what is it if it's not exhaustion? Spill the tea! What's up? Oh, I was just thinking about something from my past. Ooh, it's her past. My far and distant past, back when Tom Nook and I were much, much younger. Ooh, they knew each other when they were young. I used to look up to him as if he were my older brother. Now those days are just faded memories for this old girl. How old are you, Sable? Geez, stop pretending you're like 100. Alright, next day. Maybe a little more tea. So we know it's about Tom Nook and Sabes here. I was just thinking about what to make for dinner tomorrow. Looks like it'll be cold. This is acting kind of blue, so I'm gonna make stew. Winter's the perfect time for comfort food. Who doesn't love stew? But let's get down to the actual tea. Sable has it. I know it. How long does Tom Nook plan to cling to such an ancient history? What is he planning to do? Oh, haven't you heard me talk about my childhood, Shroomy? About how Tom Nook and I were friends as kids? Yes, tell me more. Oh, I guess I must have never told you. Oops, I'm so sorry if I'd known I wouldn't have said anything. What? No! We're supposed to spill the tea. Okay, this may be the day Sable tells us what is going down. It's just my sis said something to me the other day. You're lucky you're still young, she said. Sable, stop pretending you're so old. I mean, part of me is like, sure, whatever, I seem like a kid to my sis. There's something about her saying that thing to me. Well, it worries me. What? Why does that worry you? She's just depressed about being an old, single lady. A past that when I was young included Tom Nook. Tell me more! Tell me more! Both of us were born here in Eklund, but Tom Nook has always said, this town isn't big enough for me and my vision, It can become like a catchphrase for him. Yes, Tom Nook's dream was to get out of this town and hit the big city. When he left this town, I didn't hear anything from him for a while. That is, right until around this time of year, I got a letter from a distant city. When I think back about the way Tom Nook was back then, it chills my heart. Ooh. I bet he was lonely in the cold January weather in the cold, careless city. There's something amazing about the passion of youth and its power to sustain. If there's a more powerful energy source, I don't know about it. Wow, they still didn't give me any tea. Maybe this is the day where there's actual tea. Okay, we learned that he was lonely in the city and that's why she's all depressed, sympathizing with Nook, which is so sweet. Psst. Oh, wow, I'm sorry. Can I help you? Well, so there's the cedar box that my sis keeps all her treasures in, and she's never shown me what was inside that thing, not even once. But then this one time long ago, I saw the front of what looked like an important letter. At least that's what I thought it was. Ooh, what is it gonna be? You surely know that young Tom Nook left Eklund a while ago. Well, the first letter I got from him arrived just around this time of year. The other day before bed, I pulled that letter out and I just looked at it. What did it say? What did it say? Tell me. Tee-hee, it was adorable. Sure, the handwriting was a little messy, but you could hear his determination every word of that perfect letter. Okay, come on. Sweet young Tom Nook, his calls to arm, his ethos was dreams before money. He was so pure that people wondered if he'd survive in this crazy old world. What? I did too. Every night before falling asleep, I would wish for him. Really? Softy, please keep Tom Nook's pure spirit protected, I'd whisper through the darkness. Keep him safe from the apathy that breeds in the alleys of the big city. Wow. Wow. Tom Nook was a softy? Not a hard, cold businessman. Yeah, so there's this pair of scissors that my sisters have been using forever. When they got too dull to use, I said she should buy a new pair. But it was the weirdest thing. When I did, she completely flipped out on me. I know it's important to take care of your things, but that's ridiculous. Why are these scissors important? I need to know. Tell me. Shroomy, I don't know why I've told you so much about Tom Nook and I. Well, I love it. Keep going. All those memories of our shared youth must bore you. Please forgive me. No, I'm not bored. Thank you. Oh, okay, if you insist. The Tom Nook that left town for the big city. He sent me letters quite frequently. One day I received a wooden box, not a letter. That's the box. When I opened it, I was absolutely astonished. A ring. Are you kidding me, Shroomy? I think you've been watching too many made-for-TV movies. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to snap. That just took me off guard. No, inside the box there was a pair of fancy burnt orange-colored scissors! Oh, that is so cute! No wonder she went throw them away. Tom Nook still means something to her. The finest scissors you've ever laid eyes on. Tell me more, yeah. The enclosed letter said, Happy birthday, Sable. Oh, I was hoping it would be something a little more juicy, but that's so cute. At the time, I was so busy that I'd even forgotten it was my birthday. Oh, to think that Tom Nook had remembered it. I'm sure life was hard for Tom Nook in the city during that time. I know his job paid poorly for him, so to buy those scissors for me, when I think about it, it makes me so happy that I cry. Oh, that is actually really cute. I was like, scissors? Okay, that's cute. But like, Tom Nook being all poor and remembering her birthday when she couldn't. Oh, these young entrepreneurs working so hard. Oh, it gets me. Man, there's more. Okay, before I was like, really? That's the end of it? But now there's more. Well, lately at night, my sister's been sitting at the window. She says that in winter, a certain constellation becomes visible. It's kind of weird, the stuff my sister knows. You know, constellations, the meaning of flowers, that kind of stuff. You know, kind of weird. Oh, really, Shroomy? You want to hear about my memories again? Yes, I do. I'm warning you, not all memories are fond ones, you know. Oh no, are you gonna break my heart? Well, we shared a lot of good times, Tom Nook and I, before there was an observatory in dear old Eklund. We used to climb up to the roof, when we wanted to look at stars. Oh, that's so cute. We even made constellations together, I remember. I made one that looked like a t-shirt and called it Star Shirt. It's a little bit lame. Tom Nook looked like one of those old-time markets. He called it the Farmer's Market Bargain Big Constellation. Oh, that takes me back. Yes, it is. Shortly after that, Tom Nook moved to the big city. Yes, he left to chase his dreams. When he returned to Eklund, he came back a totally different soul. Oh, that's so sad. I still believe that if he clung to those sweet memories like I do, he would have shaken off the heart sickness of those city years. Aww. Memories can be sad, but they can also save you. Sable, why are you giving me so many feels? Poor Tom Nook. Ooh, the next memory we're gonna hear from Tom Nook! The juice! I wonder if he's gonna talk about his time in the city or what. Or what? Oh, mercy, I must offer my apologies. What can I do for you? What happened? Young Shroomy, I bet you think that all I think about is money and how to make more of it, don't you? Yeah, I mean, or perhaps you're right, but I'm absolutely 100% okay with that, indeed. I like to think that it's my job to show you young people how hard life is. As an adult, it's my responsibility. It's my true job, will you, Ugh, I hate that. No. He's just covering. He's just covering for, his deeper issues. I know that I look like the embodiment of a successful businessman. In my youth, however, I had a share of terrible mistakes, you know. Ooh, really? Yes, it was a rough time for me. Accidents and mistakes are difficult to get over, Yes, I lost more than just money. I lost a friend. Oh, worst of all, my passion faded, and that is a thing no man can live without. Listen up, Shroomy. Easy money-making schemes are never easy, If such a deal would present itself to you, I'd advise to retreat. That took a different turn. I thought he was gonna bring up Sable and, like, be all sappy and, like... I don't. How did a get rich quick scheme like ruin? I don't know. Well, I wonder if he's gonna go into more deets here. Let's see some deets. My point is, Shroomy, this town is laid back and easy to live in. Life in the city is completely different. It's a scary place, yes. It's a place where unless you have money, no one will give you the time of day. Well, rude. I don't really like cities that much. It's just as I say, a concrete jungle. It's funny coming from a town full of animals. Yes, really, assuredly. Take the big city banks, for example. They will deny a young man a loan even though they know nothing of his character. But I'm smart, you know, yes? I know that you must take the branch manager out, you must woo his financial instincts. If you were to get him on your side, yes, sadly, I lacked that knowledge when I was a young naive raccoon. In fact, I got so upset that I went on a tirade to end all tirades. The rest is history, yes, sad history. Back then I was so very ignorant, but such is the price of the passion of youth. What happened? Ugh. I told you about how, in my youth, I made that mistake in the city. Well, I tell you such things so you don't have to go through the same trials. If you're going to do business, be sure to do a little bit of everything. Well, I'll tell you, that way you're diversified in this class. Is this turning into, like, real-life lessons? What is going on here? Tom Nook, I want the tea for your life. I don't want to... What? But I mean, it is true. And that being said, check out my Etsy. Sorry, I had to push that because I don't have any merch. Otherwise, I wouldn't be pushing merch. I'll link merch right here if merch becomes available eventually. Well, I'll tell you, that way you're diversified and risk less. Having a wider focus has a downside, of course. Yes, you've got a lot more to keep track of. But imagine the alternative. When you're banking on one thing and it goes under, you lose everything. A fate worse than death. I think dying's a little bit worse there, Nook. Do you truly? Well then, here's what you must do. Expand your business only as far as you yourself can keep track of. Trust no one in this area. You can't hire someone to manage for you. The city is very scary. Say you have someone you trust? Why, they might. They might be waiting for you to turn your back so they can take your axe. Who hurt you, Tom Nook? So remember my words, expand your field only as far as you can imagine. Though it sounds easy, it's not. It's the crux of good business. Who hurt you, Nook? Who? Oh, there's more. Is he gonna name Red? Because I'm sure it's Red. I know there's like a shifty relationship between the two. Like, is he gonna name names? Is he gonna name names? That's what I need to know. Let's go. I wonder, Shroomy, do you know the #1 reason friends become enemies? Money? Is it money? Well, it starts with a small loan between pals. No matter how much you trust someone, you should never let a friend borrow money. You know, this isn't... Nook, you giving the life advices here, dude. This is true. In junior high, I was like the one making money because I was babysitting like every Friday night. And like, I would give money to my friends and expect them to pay it back. Like, I'd be like, yeah, you can have some money to buy that like lunch item. And like, none of them paid me back. It was so dumb. Luckily, like, you learn, like, having money when you're young is good because you have less money. So you make mistakes when you're young before you got the big buckos, right? Unless you're willing to loan it to them, assuming you'll never get it back. If a friend approaches you asking for help, you must be firm and say no. It's a little bit rude. It all sounds callous, but no, the longer you live, the more you'll understand. I guess I haven't lived long enough. Even the most solid friendships become fragile when money is involved. This is something that I learned firsthand when I was young. It's the truth. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be that free with my money with friends at this point. Definitely consider it a gift, not a you owe me later. Yes, well, I told you about how I lost my dream in the cold heart of the big city, yes. Well, I must admit that in point of fact, that dream still exists, really? Yes, it lives on, but I know better now. You can't live off of dreams alone, In the end, what really matters is money. You lost me, Nook. I know it's depressing, but it's the truth. Oh, I'm so very started. I started getting carried away again. I should know that a youth like you doesn't want to hear about my youth. Yeah, shut up, Nook. If you would do me a personal favor and forget everything I said. Dang, that was like anticlimactic. Tell me about his dreams! I want to know the man's dreams. They're still alive, right? What are they? What are his dreams? Ooh, we're shifting to Pelly. Shroomy, have you ever been in love? I think love starts unexpectedly. Yes, it always starts from something meaningless. I don't know what voice I just picked for her, but we're going with it. I feel like I need a different voice for her. We're starting over. Shermie, have you ever been in love? I think love starts unexpectedly. Yes, it always starts from some seemingly meaningless thing. What happened? What happened, Pelly? Well, this morning Pete came up to me and said, "Oh, hey, good morning." Wow, Pelly. That's right, he noticed me and said hi. Usually he just says morning. Pelly, you're reading into this too much. So what do you think this means? Could it be maybe Pete? Oh no, Pelly, girl. But this is true, this happens. Ooh, now we got Phyllis, she's mad. Well, my younger sister Pelly has been driving me completely nuts. She has absolutely no taste in men. No, I'm totally serious. But then again, all these stupid boys coming around might be my fault. Ooh, I spent so long swatting them away. Now they're back like bees. Pests. Wow, she's pretending like all the boys want her. No. Well, there's always next time. Next time for what? I'm talking about Pete. Next time. I'm sure he's interested? You really think so? Well, if you think so too, it really could be true. Think about it, the other day I got Pete staring at me, and then when I looked at him, he turned away as fast as he could. This is the start of romance, I'm sure of it. Boy, does that take me back to high school? Like, you and your best friend, and it was like, you liked a boy, and every time she got him looking at you, she'd be like, he was totally looking at you. He totally, like, I still wonder to this day, like, the specific example I'm thinking of, like, nothing came of me and that guy. So I don't know if he was actually into me or if he was just, like, socially weird and just staring at me. I don't know. Who knows? Alright, Phyllis's take. One of these days I'm going to snap! What's wrong? That idiot Pete asked me something. It really ticked me off. Did he ask her out? Are you and Pelly really sisters? I can't believe he said that. So I yelled back at him, give me a break. Everyone knows we're sisters. And he just turned his head in disbelief and flew away. Oh, that's why he was staring at Pelly. Oh. Oh, girl. I wish, like, my character got involved and it was like, Pelly, dearest Pelly, he's not into you. Move on, Pelly. But no. One look and it's obvious. We look exactly alike. Dear, you're purple and she's white. Oh no. What's up? Pete didn't say hi to me today. What am I gonna do? Do you think something's wrong? Oh my gosh, this is mad high school energy. Or maybe I didn't do something, that's why Pete hates me. I'm sorry, it's just so cringy. The high school energy is high here. Oh my gosh. What do you get when you mix a stupid boy with an inexperienced girl? Jeez. You're so nosy. Nothing. You get nothing. You're so nosy. Why did you bring those two up when I'm at work? And you know, working. Girl, you brought it up. There's just something so wrong with that. Stupid customers. Oh my gosh, girl. Wait, was that a happy or a sad? Yeah, I'm so happy because Pete said hi to me today. I don't think he hated me after all. It was all just in my head. Tee, well, I guess that's kind of obvious because I haven't really done anything yet. Pelly, save yourself. Calm down. I want to hear Pete in all this. What is Pete saying? Poor Pelly. Alright, Phyllis's take. Give me a break. What's wrong? It's not that I want to interfere with Pelly's love life or anything. But I just know that if she were to get together with that stupid guy, there's no way she would ever be happy. I'm looking out for her. You're right. But I could never say anything that harsh to her. She's so darn sensitive. I'm so tired of explaining. Why don't they get it? Oh, there's more takes. I don't think Phyllis is very fond of Pete. I don't know why either. Because he's such a kind fellow. Phyllis is one of those people who's even fiercer than she looks. Really? I don't care what people think, though. We're birds of a feather. I've got a dilemma here. Hypothetically, what do you think is the right thing for a gal to do? She could either end up with her stupid but beloved man, or choose option 2 where the stupid guy continues to reject her. I don't know. Oh, why am I even asking you? You're just a kid. You wouldn't get it. Jeez, I'm not a kid. I'm 23. I honestly don't know what she was talking about there. Is she talking about Pelly ending up with Pete? What's wrong? I had a dream about Pete the other night. In my dream, we were on a date. But because the wind was so strong, I couldn't get to the top of the cloud, so I was gonna meet him there. That's romantic, meeting on clouds. Tragic. No, it's not, because in my dream I could fly. All I had to do was spread my wings, and there I was on top of the cloud, a rendezvous in the cloud, just the two of us. Wow. If only I were so bold in real life, my love wouldn't just be a one-way street. Oh, fine! What now? Well, I've been thinking, even though I think he's stupid, if she likes him that much, maybe I should just let it run its course. It is her life, that is true. Well, Pelly's been talking in her sleep. She's all like, Pete, Pete. Hearing her say that makes me feel kind of no. Geez, she's desperate. Hearing her say that makes me feel kind of no. Let me explain it another way. There's a part of me, while I know it's wrong, that likes to believe that as long as she's happy, that's all that matters. Oh, I'm such a sap. So what do we know from this story? I really don't know what side to take, because so clearly the couple signs we saw that Pete could be into Pelly, which like him staring at her, was really just him like seeing if she was Phyllis's sister. Oh. I honestly don't know where Pete is on this, but I don't know who to side with. I feel like Pelly is making herself miserable being in love with Pete. If she's not doing anything about it. She just needs to do something about it. I mean, obviously there's the heartbreak when you get rejected, but then you can move on and get rejected by someone else. I don't know. I need to see Pete's side. But Phyllis is very bothered that Pelly likes him, so maybe she knows something we don't, that Pete definitely is not into Pelly. We'll see. Alright, on to some Blathers action. I don't know if I'm ready for Blathers. Like, we just had Sable, we just had the Able sisters, then Tom Nook, and then Pelly and Phyllis, and now we're jumping to ships, I don't know. I'm kind of invested in their stories. I should say, dear Brewster has provided me much amusement over the years. Not that the fellow is naive per se, it's just, well, how do I put this? I'm excited to hear about Brewster. That wonderful pigeon is just rather simple. Indeed he is, though I don't mean to say he's daft, he's just innocent. For instance, the other day a sleazy business type oozed into the cafe. Is it Lyle or Red? This wretch was trying to sell Brewster a counterfeit piece of art. It's Red. Real coffee, real art, real profits. You'd be crazy to pass up this deal. Now, of course, most folks see right through such a charlatan. Not our pigeon, however. Thank goodness I showed up when I did. Dude, I'm still buying from that charlatan, so what does that say about me, Blathers? But that is so nice to think of sweet little innocent Brewster. The Brewski, as I like to say. Not our pigeon, however. Thank goodness I showed up when I did. Woot. Indeed, fake, I cried, and the cad fled from my peaked, ruffled feathers. It's funny to imagine Blathers being a little bit angry. No, pay me no mind. I believe I'm just a touch on the drowsy side. If you think about it, I keep this place open day and night, 24 hours. It's no lovely park stroll, rather a ferocious work schedule, Woot. But then it's my duty, so I try not to admit fatigue or clamor for vacation. And if you care to know a bit of my naughty secret, when the museum is empty, I go downstairs for a cup of coffee and a wee break. Whew! Such naughtiness. Ah yes, who indeed? Delectable. All this talking has got me thinking about how simply glorious a cup would taste. That bitter aroma that hits you as soon as you set foot in the shop. Who indeed, hooty hoo, cup of java would truly hit the spot. Woot woot. Yeah, there's no tea there. It's all coffee. Blathers, you're a bit boring here. All the others are so filled with drama and emotion, and you're over here. Oh yeah, coffee's nice. I guess we did get some tea on Red there, though. And Brewster a little bit? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe there's more. Well, I've been dealing with a rather nasty bit of insomnia lately. Could it be... He literally, the last segment, rants about drinking coffee, and now he's like, I can't sleep. When in the wee hours of the night, he's going down for coffee. I guess I should keep... I don't know. Could I have perhaps been drinking too much coffee? Probably, yeah. Oh yes, you have a point. In coffee there's a substance called caffeine, and in caffeine there's stimulants, which awaken your senses. That said, my usual heavy blend, which includes Brewster's special pigeon milk, product placement right there. Thanks, Blathers. Helping out your bro. Just brilliant stuff that it counteracts stimulants and actually relaxes. Whoa. Yes, so indeed, ultimately, the subtle yin and yang of the two give balance. Who, I beg your pardon, you think that means they cancel each other out? So it wouldn't matter if I drank it or not? Oh, yes. Indeed. Why on earth am I drinking that stuff anyway? It's apparently delicious. Actually, I was just thinking about the very day that Brewster and I met. Ooh, tell me! Well, Brewster and I met in a town far from here, in my hometown, in fact. 'Twas on the outskirts of downtown, in the shadows of its towering skyscrapers. How poetic of you, Blathers. He owned and operated a cafe, much like the one in this museum. Whoop. Crave the details, do you? Perhaps I should tell you what brought us together. I was still very young at the time, just a spring owl attending university. I was working towards a deadline in my thesis, and having a rough time of it. I went all over town from cafe to cafe, writing in absolute fervor. I still couldn't complete it. With each passing day, I became more frustrated. And then, as I descended into madness, the owner of the cafe said to me, What? There's nothing more bitter or tragic than a rushed cup of coffee. Aww. Just a simple comment, really, but it struck me to the very core. Well, it cut me through the pall of anger and opened my eyes to what I was doing. Making coffee is more than just pouring hot water over ground, you see. It's about taking one's time to coax the flavor from the savory beans. A thesis is the same way. He taught me that my brain was like his coffee beans. Yes, who? You guessed it. That barista was none other than Brewster himself. And that is how our long and deep-rooted friendship began. Oh, what a fun story time with Blathers. That's so cute. I can totally see that, though. Like, Brewster is, to me, like that character in a TV show who rarely ever talks, but then when they do talk, it's just this simple brilliance and ray of sunshine in your life that you look forward to. That is why we love the Brewster. Well, to be quite honest, I was just revisiting my past a bit. Yes, who I was thinking about Brewster, who owns the cafe downstairs. And when he lived in my hometown, he had a bit of a rough life, you see. Oh, compared to this town, it was a gargantuan city. And you know, big city life. Land was savagely expensive, and taxes astronomical. And dear Brewster was having a hard time making ends meet at the shop. What? That was it? No! Tell me more! Blathers. Well, I was just mulling over how Brewster used to be once upon a time. It's in the past, so I think it's fine for me to share. He had it rough. Like Brewster himself, his shop has always been solely about the coffee. But traditional coffee cafes don't draw customers like they once did. And those in the city that try to attract hipsters have it even harder. Oh, apparently Brewster is a hipster magnet? Okay, I can kind of see it. Because he was having a hard time filling the seats, he was financially pressed. At the time, he even considered, closing up shop and turning in his apron. Brewster, no! Poor thing indeed. When I got wind of Brewster's predicament, why, I knew I had to do something. I promptly dashed off a letter. I offered him one of the museum's room, free of charge, of course, but only if he agreed to move to Eklund, start a new shop and a new life. Indeed, you can see what he thought of the idea, and business is booming. Cute. Oh, you can't swing a net in the city without hitting a coffee shop nowadays. But in Eklund, it's still a bit of a rare treat, Abel. I should say so. That pigeon loves coffee more than life itself, and he shares that love. Indeed, Brewster is what I would call a luminary of luscious lattes, Woat. Can I get that on a shirt? Luscious luminary of lattes. Oh my gosh, that'd be beautiful. I'm doing it. You know that merch I mentioned not having earlier? Now I have merch. No, I don't technically, but... Alright, that is enough for one day. These are definitely way too long to shove into one video like I was hoping to, so there will be a part 2, and 3, and 4, and possibly 5. Anyway, thank you for joining me for Animal Crossing Storytime, where the animals tell the stories. Okay, bye.